Hey yogis, I am acutely aware of the amount of emphasis that is placed on asana in today's yoga world, particularly on social media, but honestly even in our neighborhood yoga studios. Most people are all about the poses, performing the poses, doing the poses. And I get it. It really feels good. It's super helpful. It works every time, whatever state of being you go into class in, you do your asana practice and your breathing and you feel better. It really and truly changes how we feel. But there's really just only so much that an asana practice does for us. It's a lot, but it's not everything. And the number one thing that I have found in my own, yoga practice, years of practice, that has propelled me forward in numerous ways, but basically in the challenges of life, is yoga philosophy. So by taking time-tested and proven yoga texts or yoga manuals or specific orientations about the nature of human conditioning that come from the yoga tradition and applying them to ourselves really facilitates our own self-knowledge, our own personal understanding of the thoughts we have, the choices we make, and just the way we live our lives day to day. So I just wanted to encourage you today, if you're not already doing this, to really begin to put some time into exploring different yogic texts. So I pulled my 3 favorites, Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. This is super tattered and well worn. This is the yoga text that we use in teacher trainings, at least at the YogaWorks level of teacher trainings. Hard to do on your own. It really is helpful. You certainly can read it on your own, but it's helpful to have a teacher walk you through it because the actual sutras are just snippets of information, and it's the application or the understanding of the meaning behind those snippets that really helps us apply them to life. And this is such a deep manual, and there's so much in it. And every time you pick it up, you learn something new. And as you progress in your own yoga practice, your understanding of a text like this will change and deepen. So this is one. Another one is the Bhagavad Gita, which is a beautiful story and really, really relevant about the challenges we face in making decisions in life. That most things are not black and white, and the yogi is discerning of what is the highest good, what is the best choice. And these questions are not easy. So this is another beautiful, beautiful text. The translation I have is Eknath Ereswaran. Who knows if I'm saying that right. But beautiful translation, highly recommend it. And this, unlike the Yoga Sutras, this is in the form of a story, whereas the Yoga Sutras is more of a manual on the mind. So very different ways of learning. And another favorite, of course, is the Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Does focus quite a bit on asana, but not so much the asana that we do in typical modern day classes. More specific poses and breathing techniques and mudras, full body gestures. Unlike the other texts, he talks about the energy body and chakras and relates quite a bit to Ayurveda. So these are three texts I would highly recommend you in some way, shape, or form start to work with in your own life. In ways in which I can help you, I have a course on Yoga International on the Hatha Yoga Pradipika where I've extracted some of the most key pieces and help you to understand what this text is trying to tell you. And ways in which you as a modern yogi can use them in your real life. In terms of the other texts, I have a course coming up I am co-leading a 50-hour training in Walnut Creek with Melanie Salvatore August, and it's a philosophy-based training. So not only will we cover these 3 texts, but so much more. Subtle body, Ayurveda, meditation, the history of yoga, and the whole backbone of the training are these philosophical yogic viewpoints. So we'll do a little bit of movement, and we'll definitely do pranayama and meditation, but it's really about self-inquiry through these yogi tools. So I'll drop links into the newsletter, and you know, if you can join us, this is coming up in October, 2 weekends, Saturdays and Sundays in October, 2 weekends, Saturdays and Sundays in November. If you can join us in person, that's amazing, or just explore, you know, other ways in which you can begin to integrate some of these philosophical viewpoints into your yoga practice. Namaste, yogis. Be well.